Hey, how's it going, viewers on YouTube? Thank you for watching. I just had a couple quick questions. This video is going to be pretty short, but recently I had the pleasure of sitting down for lunch with a couple master's students, a couple grad students that are actually in a theological program. They're actually working on their graduate studies in theology. I, however, am not. But I had a lunch with them and just had a random question that kind of popped in my head, and I thought I'd ask these two master's trained students. And these are different people than in my previous video. These are people that are actually working on their master's in theology. So my question arises when I read Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 9. And just to kind of give it some context, I'll start at verse 6 here for the purpose of this video. I have cut off nations, their strongholds are demolished. I have left their streets deserted with no one passing through. Their cities are destroyed, and no one will be left, no one at all. I said to the city, surely you will fear me and accept my correction. And then her dwelling would not be cut off, nor all my punishments come upon her, but they are still eager to act corruptly in all they did. Therefore wait for me, declares the Lord, for the day I will stand up to testify. I have decided to assemble the nations, to gather the kingdoms, and to pour out my wrath on them, all my fierce anger. The whole world will be consumed by the fire of my jealous anger. And here's where my question arises, in verse 9. Then will I purify the lips of the people, that all of them may call on the name of the Lord and serve him shoulder to shoulder. From beyond the river of Cush, my worshippers, my scattered people will bring me offerings. So let me read it in a different translation here, just kind of give you a little bit more insight into it. In verse 9, so Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9, for then I will turn the people to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So my question to these two master students was, in Zephaniah 3:9, what is the pure language? And it was kind of a twofold question, and I'll present it to you as a twofold question. When will this take place, this returning of a pure language? And then secondly, what is the pure language? If you have any insight, any idea what that might be, if it's in the language that we know and hear on earth today, or if it's a heavenly language that doesn't exist yet, or maybe exists only in the heavenly realm, I'd love to see your thoughts and maybe some scripture that can substantiate that. As far as the master students go, that I actually posed that question to, they didn't really even, I don't know if they didn't hear my question or completely ignored it, but the subject was, needless to say, it was changed quickly and wasn't addressed. So I don't know if it was maybe they just didn't know the answer to it or what, but I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But so what are your thoughts on that? And then let's add it in a bonus question here. In verse 10 it says, from beyond the rivers of Cush, my worshippers, my scattered people, will bring me offerings. What are those offerings? Are they sacrifices? Are we going to be going back to the sacrificial system? And it's just kind of interesting to think about. So when will this take place? What is the pure language that he will return us to? And then what are these offerings that all his worshippers from distant lands, his scattered people, will be bringing him to this city? So interesting questions. I'd love to see your answers. Thanks.